A few days ago, Mojang made an announcement regarding the second part of the Caves and Cliffs update, or what will become version 1.18. In this announcement was an attached snapshot pre-release which contained the beginnings of 1.18 itself. While the snapshot does not contain any new items or blocks, it does contain new terrain and cave generation along with new biomes and even cave biomes. The terrain generation, which you can see right here. First thing I will be talking about is the biome generation, which, as you can see, the savanna here is very closely clustered to the other biomes, which is interesting to see. There are some spots where it can get really clunky, like right here. Look at this. So here I'm just going to go back to normal commentary for now. Here's some interesting terrain generation that I have found here. This is definitely new from other versions, and I'll continue to try and find some more, like over here. Here's another one of those little valleys. This one goes deep though. Very deep. So yes, this is the building blocks of 1.18, which I'm hoping will come out soon. Also, you can see the biome clumps like this one. This is a mesa plateau in the middle of a forest. And also a jungle that's next to it. It's kind of scuffed, to be honest, because like this kind of terrain generation is not like logical at all, but it's kind of cool to see, to be honest. It's cool to see something different. I will say though, this terrain generation can make some pretty cool features in the land, like this one right here, this river in the middle. It's kind of like an amplified world almost, but it's kind of weird. As you can see, the height goes very high. You would never see any sort of forest go this high. What are we at? 168. A couple new biomes are the Meadow, which I've found here. It's basically just a plains biome, but grass in a different color. Also, here's the Snowy Slopes biome, which is exactly what it reads. It's a slope with snow, basically. But here, I found an interesting feature with the snow. You can sink into it and just bury yourself, which, if you do, you're probably going to get frozen and die, so don't do this. Here's some more atypical terrain generation with a stone beach instead of a regular beach. And not to mention there's random swamp areas over here for some reason. And then you can come over here and you can see, well, it's pretty normal over here besides the back. The biomes are really closely clumped and it's kinda, yeah, you can see just 3 or 4 jungle trees in the middle of a savanna, you know? And then you have the Badlands again. If you want to see some very weird things, then let me show you this really quickly. See, we have a desert here, mesa here, plains here. Not much different from what we have seen so far, right? Well, that's what you think until you come under here, and there's a frickin' pyramid. Completely buried underground. The only way to see it is through here. And not to mention this pyramid, which completely just spawned, severed from its desert, and just in the savanna biome. You know, cool. And here's another period which boggles me even more because it's even farther from a desert biome. Like, I don't know what's the problem with these pyramids and structures in general, but they do not spawn in the correct biome. Of course, it's just a pre-release snapshot, so don't worry about it. Or if, you know, for some reason you wanted a beach in a flower forest that's not even connected to an ocean, you know, that works too. But enough with the terrain changes. Let's get on to the caves, which is probably why a bunch of you are here. If you didn't know, some of the 1.17 snapshots actually had a little sneak peek of this. But now it is full-fledged, and we're gonna take a look into this natural cave right here, and voila. My god. This would be insane to explore in survival mode. And it's just crazy flying around it in spectator mode. But this is only the first layer of cave in this section. Of course, look at how low it goes. Something you'll notice very quickly is that if you look at where we are at y negative 20. That's the other big change in this version. The build limit below goes down to y negative 66, which is the big change in this version. That allows for insane cave generation like this, and it is absolutely insane. I throw on some night vision so we can see a little bit clearer. Here's the mine shaft, which is just exposed with the chains up there. The water goes all the way down, of course. There's ore scattered everywhere. And of course the ore generation is very weird in this version, or it's changed a lot. And I'll put Mojang in the announcement decided to give us a little chart of how it works of where ores will spawn, and I'll put that on the screen. It also explains how to read it and such, so if you're having trouble, it tells you how. So here's the cave we were just in. If I go onto the wall here, look at the caves that we have. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. If you were trying to strip mine, I don't know how you would. It'd be absolutely insane. Of course, you still have your amethyst from 1.17, but look at the area. And this is where the cave biomes come in. As you can see, we have some growth in the caves. This is actually listed as a lush cave biome. They have localized biomes in the mines now, which is cool from other versions. As you can see, there's just stuff everywhere. And we can go very, very low. Also, what I've noticed is that there's weird clay areas in caves. I don't know why, but that'd be useful if you need clay and you're in a mine for some reason looking for it. I don't know. I mean, with how insane it looks, I could just look all day at this stuff. Like, it is absolutely insane. Imagine how much exploring one can do. Oh look, here's a dungeon. Here's it all stemmed in one. Here's your lush cave. Here's your water cave, and here's your lava cave. Which, if we break one block, of course, all that would be flooded, but... Caves are definitely a lot more tempting now, especially when you see something like this and you're just crawling over, you're just looking at it. I can jump down there. That's gonna be something though, trying to get out of these caves once the time comes. I mean, just look at this monstrosity. Like, look at this. How are you meant to explore all of it? This version, once they polish and finish it, is gonna be fun. It's also gonna be a breath of fresh air because, finally, caves haven't gotten an update, a true update, since they were introduced. I mean, I don't know. They've been the same old caves for a long time. Look at this. Look at this. This sums it up about right here. Absolutely incredible. The way this looks and everything in it. I mean, who would have ever thought this would have been a combination that you'd see in a cave? The second part of the Caves and Cliffs updates, or what will be 1.18. You suck. Check out this terrain generation here. Typically you'd see one layer of water on the top and not this cavern. Here's a snowy slopes biome, which is basically just what the title reads, although I found an interesting feature with it, with the snow. Where is it? Also, if you want some weird generation, then here you go, okay? Well, here, wait, I'll do that again. It is absolutely insane. Just imagine... Fuck. That was a lot. It's not gonna save.